What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? So you guys ever wondered how you're gonna get your front grille off of your Syclone, your Typhoon, or your Sonoma GT without damaging it? Especially if you have an upgraded intercooler system or something like that? Today we're gonna show you how. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so as far as the tools go, other than a jack to lift this up to get to our bolts on this far side, and what we do not need right now is the actual the truck up to get this grill off. But the tools that we're gonna need is you'll need a long extension for the 10 millimeter. We got our wrench here, and then we got our 10 millimeter. And then this is the standard. I'm not sure if one of you guys are smarter than me, let me know what's the standard Torx, but this is the standard size Torx head. This is what we're going to use right here on the grill. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, if you have the bolts that are not in and you don't have to bother jacking the truck up, then you're at the position we're basically at right now. So we're going to take our good old Torx head, and we just got right on the top. Make sure to put these in a spot where you guys won't lose them, because that would suck. And these are little, they got the bluing on them, so they're dark black, and they can be pretty easy to lose if you're not careful. So I got the top ones out. And now, I believe there's 4 of them in here. These ones also want to run away on you. So if you have a magnet to run next to this, it would be super beneficial, because these, once they come out, they kind of want to go wherever they want to go. And so what I'm going to try to do is persuade it to come. So you guys can see, I basically stuck my finger in on the right side. Once it was out, stuck the wrench on, or the Torx head on the right side of it, finger on the left, and forced it down. So just didn't want to lose it. Yeah, it looks like there's, okay, it looks like there's 8 total. 4 on the top, 4 on the grill. Okay, so now the whole grill is starting to come away, right? The one thing is we do have the side markers that are still wired in, so you don't want to just pull the grill away when we get to where we think we're good. Once it's out loose. Okay, so now we're just going to carefully rock. Okay, and notice I just pulled down a little bit to get it around these corners here. You shouldn't have to force it all. You just pull it around, kind of angle up a little bit. Now, we're going to pop out the left side, pop out the driver's side. Okay, now we're good to go. Now I'm just going to continue, take it, turn it, continue turning, and carefully pull it away. In my case, I have the hoses and stuff. And so now we have our grill off, right? So now you can just take the grill, put it someplace safe, go clean it, do whatever you're gonna do. Just an added bonus, I'll show you guys what we're doing. So I have the racing intercooler down here. I know it's a little hard to see down under here right now. But this is an auxiliary intercooler that I have, an auxiliary core charge heat exchanger. So I have 2 heat exchangers. The lower one is a full dual pass. This is single pass. This pre-cools, I believe it pre-cools, and we got a rock that stopped up here. Pick up all sorts of interesting stuff in here. But so what I had to do is rerun the hosing. The hosing, before I had it coming and running right along here. So one of the original problems with the Syclones, we get better later. One of the original problems with the Syclones and the Typhoons is they had metal intercooler lines that ran between the V of the motor on each side. So no matter what, you were getting heat sink all the time. So what I had done is I ran the hose around and through up at the front here, but I wanted to be able to go totally back to my stock intake if I wanted to do that. So that means I had to do the tried and true, running the hose around and through this passenger fender, passing underneath the battery, and then coming out underneath the headlight down here. So basically, I rerouted and redid the entire intercooler system with brass couplers, stainless steel clamps, the braided hosing. I do have one kink. You guys can see this right here. I need to get a longer piece down here so that will stretch out a little bit more and unkink, but it's not enough that it really impedes the flow at all. So it's one of those things that I just don't like the way it looks, but functionally it doesn't matter too much. All right, let's put this thing back together now. All right, guys, so installation is going to be basically a reversal of what we did. The only catch is, first of all, let's move our light here. We don't want to accidentally catch that. Let's see, can I place them up there for now? That looks good. Do the same thing with this one. If you can, take the light, set them up near the headlight. Just, you just don't want anything in the way while you're getting this set. All right. So what we're gonna do is take this, we're gonna set this down in here. And if you're like me or any of the guys that have intercooler hoses, you'll probably have to finagle the hose a little bit just to make sure everything goes in right. So that dropped in, we're all good. What I'm gonna do now before I do anything else is try to get my lights in. So I just don't want them to be in a spot where everything else is in a better spot and I can't get the lights in. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we just carefully make sure we're not getting caught on anything. And because of the way my hoses are, they're gonna push a little bit and not want everything to seem to seat exactly right. So that's where I'm just gonna push it up a bit. Your situation, your configuration, based off if you're totally stock or you've done any of this, it will change a little bit, but not a whole lot. All right, so what I like to do now is, if I can, is I'll try to get the top lined up first. And the good news is now I have all 4 screws in the grill here that I didn't have before. So you know what? Sometimes things just work out. Okay, and now our very last screw. All right, guys, so that's basically the install if you're not gonna do the two 10 millimeter bolts that go up underneath. Since we're gonna do that, I'm gonna suck it up, get out the jack in this wonderful California heat, jack it up. Once it's up and safe, we'll start this again. I'll just kind of show you guys where those bolts go, and we'll call the video there. All right, guys, so we got the truck up on jack stands. So now we're gonna get under this right side, or sorry, the left side, the driver's side. Okay. And now we're underneath and we get this flashlight shining up. You see there's this nice little boxed, let me get this out of the way. See this nice little boxed area up here? And right there, that is, be nice if it would actually focus. Come on, focus, there we go. Right there, that hole right there, that's where we're gonna go. And so, what I'm gonna do now, sorry guys, it's I'm gonna have to get back to you. I can't hold this and do this at the same time. All right, so now that that's in there, all I'm gonna do is go ahead and tighten that on up. I'm gonna move this flashlight here because you guys unfortunately can't see that, so. All right, lastly, we'll just get the wrench up here, get the wrench on there. Oh, wait, am I going the right way? All right, I don't know what's happening here. All right, we got it. No, dude, why did it just suddenly flip on me? Now that's nice and snug. don't want it too tight. Guess we do have to get it off again. All right, so you guys can see now, we got that bolt in there nice and snug now. And that is, so if you guys are looking at the fender from the outside, that's just right up in here, going up inside here. So we're gonna do the same thing over here. All right guys, so I got it all back together here. We're looking tough. Everything is nice and snug. Feeling and looking good. You guys can see it's all back on. Everything lines up. Looks good. Still got it up in the jack stands because I'm going to do a little bit of extra work. Found that some of the cladding is missing a few of the screws, so we're going to make sure that the cladding is secured. But yeah, that's how we deal with the removal and installation of the front grille of a Syclone Typhoon or Sonoma GT, amongst other possible S10s, but this is primarily for the Cyclones and the Typhoons. And you feel lucky to have the GT. All right guys, do me a favor on the way out, if you haven't already, smash that like button. And if you guys want to subscribe, I'm going to hopefully be coming out with other little fix-it content around here. So yeah, thanks for watching. Check you guys later.